What a game. What a game. Man, this game basically went down to the wire. Hell of a performance by Penn State. With everything going on with that program and the uncertainty moving forward, they reminded us Buckeye fans that the game against Penn State is always going to be a good one. Ohio State wins 33-24. Let's run over the stats real quick. Starting off with Penn State, Sean Clifford coming out. He threw for 361 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 pick. They didn't do much on the ground. Jahan Dotson got his. He got 11 receptions for 127 yards. Parker Washington had 9 receptions for 108 yards. A lot of his routes were those swing passes you saw. On the Ohio State side, CJ Stroud, 22 for 34, 305 yards passing and 1 touchdown. Travion Henderson had 28 carries for 152 yards and 1 touchdown. And for our receivers, you had Jackson, Smith, and Jigba with 97 yards. Garrett Wilson coming in with 82. And the surprising one to me is Chris Olave only having 3 receptions. This is a very talented Penn State secondary. There's no doubt they're double teaming. But he ends the game with only 44 yards. However, he did have that 1 touchdown catch. Should have been 2, but miscommunication. What are you going to do? And for the team stats from this game, Ohio State ends the game with 466 yards to Penn State's 394. Penn State gets the edge in 361 yards passing. Ohio State's 305. And the rushing yards you see right there, Ohio State has 161 to Penn State's 33. You can look right there at the third down efficiency. Penn State going for 11 of 18. Ohio State just 5 for 14. A lot of those third downs that Ohio State had, it was, third and short. When it was third and short, we would try to run it with Henderson. We couldn't get 1-2 yards. And on the flip side of that, we had a lot of third down and longs because we had a lot of penalties. Let's start with the first half. Penn State coming out, especially on their first drive. I always say those are definitely always scripted. However, Clifford looked like he was in sync, delivering dimes. The biggest thing though is we were getting no pressure at all, and Clifford was just picking us apart. He's definitely a quarterback that can deliver when he's back there. After the first drive, Ohio State defense had some success stopping them. However, on the offensive side of the ball, there was like a few drives in a row. It was like the O-line was having some miscommunication issues. The center was having problems with the snap, and then the run game was non-existent. Talking like 2 yards a carry. And on the short third downs, we just could not get that final push. It was very frustrating, let me tell you. Then we had 2 big plays in the second quarter. The one with Jerron Cage getting that scoop and score, long like 70-yard run for a touchdown. And if you remember, obviously we got pressure on Sean Clifford. That's what you got to do. We had 2 guys coming in. Clifford fumbles. We pick it up, scoop and score. Huge play. And at that point, CJ had already connected with Olave for a deep ball for a touchdown as well. Going into halftime, we're up 7. I'm feeling all right. Obviously, Penn State's going to answer in the second half. For me, it's really simple on the defensive side of the ball. We made changes early on, and we showed a lot more Tampa 2 blitz, cover 2 blitz, where the middle of the field is open, but we're bringing like 5-6 guys. And it was getting frustrating because we would be bringing, 5 guys, but Clifford would still have a clean pocket, and he'd be sitting back there for like 4 or 5 seconds. So obviously he's going to have somebody open. That's kind of the give and take that you get when you do blitz a lot. And it kind of felt like we had to blitz in order to get some kind of pressure. Once we finally got some pressure, we forced Clifford to throw an interception, which this is like already the 3rd time we're down in the red zone. And then Travion would eventually be able to get his first rushing touchdown of the night. Guys, this was the worst part. It was like in the red zone, we went 1 for 5. So we only scored 1 touchdown in the red zone all game. That can't happen. Look at Michigan, When you're just kicking field goals, it's not good, especially against a team that has the talent like Penn State. And that's the bottom line, really. And what the hell was up with that goal line play calling? Brian Day ran like I formation 3 plays in a row. Like, I don't blame Travion for having a false start there. This is definitely not the norm. On the offensive side of the ball, the biggest issue was not being able to establish a good running game, an effective run game, other than, the couple big runs that we had. All game, it was like when we needed 1 yard, 2 yards, we just couldn't get it. And it was so frustrating because it's like at the end of the game, you have so many chances to put this game away. I hate having to rely on our kicker to make it a 2-possession game. I was having a heart attack. To me, yeah, like this game is really simple when you think about it. It was a good gritty win, but I'm definitely concerned about our defensive line being able to get pressure consistently. And on the offensive side of the ball, we got to do a way better job of running the ball. 2nd and 3, 3rd and 1. You gotta get them. Have to. Our O-line is way too damn big to not be getting those. And as far as the refs, We ended up getting some calls in our favor, like towards the end of the game, which is awesome. But like in the first half, I've never seen such blatant holding in my life and not getting called. I would play a few plays on here, but I don't want to get copyrighted. Kane literally tackled one of our linebackers. I was dumbfounded. I don't know. Those are my thoughts on the game. It's games like this, you're just happy to be able to pull it off. Our games with Penn State are always close. We got a ball out game coming up against Nebraska. Be breaking that down real soon. Hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure you hit that sub button for me, and I'll catch you guys later.